What is up, guys? EJ here, back with another video, and today it's going to be my DVD collection for 2012 and the espionage section. So let's get started. So up first we have 3 Days of the Condor, a really good film from 1975 with Robert Redford, Faye Dunaway, Cliff Robertson, and Max von Sydow. Next we have The Art of War with Wesley Snipes from 2000. Not a great film, but it's Wesley Snipes, man. Okay, next we have the Austin Powers films. Austin Powers International Man of Mystery from 1997. Love the first one, it's my favorite of the three. Next we have The Spy Who Shagged Me from 1999. I love Heather Graham in this, but it's probably my least favorite of the bunch. And finally, Austin Powers in Goldmember from 2002. I can't stand Beyonce, but yeah, I like this movie. Next we have Body of Lies from 2008, I believe, with Leonardo DiCaprio and Russell Crowe. Ridley Scott film I really enjoyed. Next we have the Bourne trilogy. Of course, the Bourne Identity from 2002 with Matt Damon and Franco Potente. Really good film. All the Bourne films are great, actually. The Bourne Supremacy from 2004, just as good, if not better, directed by Paul Greengrass. And my favorite of the three, the Bourne Ultimatum. I did like the Bourne Legacy. I just thought it was sort of unnecessary after these three films. I like Jeremy Renner and Rachel Weisz, but I just didn't feel like it was really necessary to have a fourth one already. Okay, next we have Casino Royale, the 1967 spoof with Peter Sellers, Woody Allen, David Niven, Ursula Andress, of course, Orson Welles. Very funny movie. Okay. Moving on, we have Clear and Present Danger from 1994, one of the Jack Ryan films with Harrison Ford. Probably my least favorite of the Jack Ryan films, actually. Next we have Enemy of the State from 1998, really good espionage thriller with Will Smith and Gene Hackman, directed by Tony Scott. Next we have The Falcon and the Snowman from 1985, a great movie with Timothy Hutton and Sean Penn, directed by John Schlesinger. Next we have La Femme Nikita, or Nikita as it's known as well, just a brilliant film from 1991 by Luc Besson. Yeah, absolutely love this movie. Next we have Get Smart from like 2008, 2009. Pretty funny, I enjoyed it. Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, The Rock, and Alan Arkin. Next we have The Good Shepherd from 2006, great movie directed by Robert De Niro, of course starring Matt Damon, Angelina Jolie, and De Niro himself. Really like this film about the sort of the formation of the CIA following World War II. Next we have Hannah on Blu-ray from last year. Really enjoyed this. I thought Saoirse Ronan was great, Eric Bana, and Cate Blanchett was great as the villain. Good action scenes. Yeah, good movie. Next we have The Jackal from 1997, the remake of The Day of the Jackal, which interestingly enough I have in my thriller section. Yeah, I like Bruce Willis and Richard Gere in this film, and it's got a great appearance by Jack Black. He gets blown to shit in a pretty gruesome scene, but it's pretty awesome. Next we have The Long Kiss Goodnight from 1996, I believe. Really awesome film with Gina Davis and Samuel L. Jackson, directed by Rennie Harlan. Such an underrated film. It's either 95 or 96, I forget offhand. Next we have Mercury Rising from 1998. It's an okay film with Bruce Willis and Alec Baldwin. It's not great though. Next we have the Mission Impossible films. Mission Impossible from 1996 with Tom Cruise. Up until last year, my favorite of the Mission Impossible films. MI2 from 2000, not great, probably the weakest of the bunch, directed by John Woo. It's got some good action scenes. And MI3 from, when the hell did this come out now? Like 2007, I think. Philip Seymour Hoffman's really good as the villain in this, but I don't really remember much about it. I haven't seen it since I saw it in the theaters. And then of course we have Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol from last year on Blu-ray. Absolutely fantastic. Great action scenes, very tense, some good humor, loads of fun. Probably my favorite of the franchise. And I hear they're making a fifth one. Next we have the two Flint films from the 60s. Our Man Flint from 1966 with James Coburn. Again, sort of a James Bond spoof. And the sequel, In Like Flint from 1967. These are great, colorful, swinging 60s movies. Next we have Patriot Games, the other Tom Clancy film that Harrison Ford did. From 1992, Sean Bean, great as a villain. Yeah, it's a good film. Next we have Point of No Return, the sort of remake of La Femme Nikita with Bridget Fonda. Not great, but Bridget Fonda is pretty cool in this. Okay, next we have The Recruit from 2003, I believe, with Al Pacino and Colin Farrell. It's okay. Al Pacino sort of goes over the top at the end, but it's a decent film about CIA, and I generally like that type of stuff. Next we have Red on Blu-ray from 2010. Fun film. I really like this. Bruce Willis, Morgan Freeman, Helen Mirren, John Malkovich. The real standout for me was the girl from Weeds. What's her name? Mary Louise Parker. Is that right? I thought she provided a nice spark to this movie. Next we have Salt, also from 2010, with Angelina Jolie. Really enjoyed this. I thought it was like a female version of Bourne. I'm kind of hoping they make some sequels to this film. They certainly left the door open for some sequels. Next we have the Seawolves from 1980 with Gregory Peck, David Niven, and Roger Moore. Just great cast, very fun film. Okay, next we have Sneakers from 1992, brilliant film with Robert Redford, Dan Aykroyd, Ben Kingsley, Sidney Poitier, River Phoenix, David Strathairn. Really fun film. Next we have Spy Game from 2001, great movie, very underrated, directed by Tony Scott with Robert Redford and Brad Pitt. Next we have The Spy Who Came In From the Cold with Richard Burton. I also just picked this up recently on Criterion in my update a couple weeks ago. I decided I'm keeping this edition as well. Next we have The Sum of All Fears from 2002. I really enjoyed this. I thought Ben Affleck and Morgan Freeman were great. Sort of the fourth film that in the Tom Clancy franchise. Maybe unnecessary, but it was very tense, and I loved the music and the ending of the movie. Next we have The Tailor of Panama from 2001. Great movie with Pierce Brosnan and Jeffrey Rush, based on a John le Carré novel. Jamie Lee Curtis is in it as well. Very good movie. Brosnan and Rush are great together. Okay, next we have True Lies from 1994. Of course, Arnold classic with Jamie Lee Curtis again. Absolutely love this movie. One of Arnold's best. And finally, for Espionage. These, of course, don't include the James Bond franchise, which, of course, has its own section. But we have Triple X from 2002, Rob Cohen film with Vin Diesel, Asia Argento. It's okay. I also plan on getting the sequel with Ice Cube, XXX State of the Union. Just haven't gotten it yet. So that is Espionage. Up next will be Exploitation. I don't really want to give too much away because that's going to be an awesome video. It's going to be long, and I'm going to do the whole section and a lot of stuff you guys haven't seen that I've added to my collection in secret will be coming up soon. So thank you for watching as always, and until next time, I'll see ya.